is Shirley Armstrong, and I am representing Bishopville Primary as Teacher of the Year. My educational philosophy is that all learners learn. I believe that all students that come to school, that they can learn. They learn in many different ways. They all may not learn at the same level or at the same pace. However, I still feel that all learners learn. And my philosophy is that I teach every child that comes to my room to read properly. Well, as a teacher, I think that one of my greatest accomplishments is the fact that I do have the majority, if not all, of my students in my classroom when they come, and of course, I'm teaching kindergarten. I know that years ago, kindergartners used to leave without reading, so now I can say that with my accomplishment, that when they come in my room, they leave reading. And I feel that that's my greatest accomplishment, because I feel like if a child could read, reading takes you everywhere, and you can learn in any subject knowing how to read. Well, I would offer other teachers that maybe the first few years, one or two, may be a little tough, but once you start teaching and you see the accomplishment that you can do with the children, it gets easy. And I ask that they can just continue with it. And you have to really come into education knowing that teaching is what you really want to do, and that you want your students to learn, and you're here to really help the children. And if you could get that in your mind, that you're here to help, and you're making an accomplishment, you're helping students to see how they can become very productive citizens of society. I think once teachers realize that they're helping to do that, that could help them to stay in the profession.
Hello, my name is Deborah Davis Cooper. I am a 5th grade ELA and Social Studies teacher at Lower Lee Elementary School. My educational philosophy is that I believe that all children, no matter what background they come from, what type of family they have, they are able to learn. I believe that it is my job as the teacher to make sure that they get a well-rounded education. My greatest accomplishment as a teacher is when I get to see the results of my teaching. I get to see what my students have learned from me as their teacher, and I get to impart my knowledge on my students. Words of encouragement for other teachers is that when you go into the career as a teacher, you are not only the students' teachers, you are their parents away from home. You need to make sure that you have the right mindset to deal with whatever type of problem your child or your students may have in the classroom. Remember that you are sometimes all that they have, and that you need to make sure that you try to do the best possible job you can to impact their lives.
Hello, my name is Sergeant Eldon Woodland. I'm a junior ROTC instructor at Lee Central High School, home of the Mighty Stallions. My educational philosophy is to provide high school students with responsible leadership roles while making them aware of the benefits of citizenship. My greatest accomplishment is to see the end results after students graduate and they either pursue college or go to the military, and they come back and see me and I show them off to my class. My message to other teachers is fight the good fight. Don't quit. Don't give up, because they are our future.
My name is Tanya Porter, and I'm representing Lee County Career Technology Center as the 2015 Teacher of the Year. I believe the fundamental goal of teaching is to foster learning. As I reflect on my beliefs regarding teaching and learning, I find that my mission as a teacher is threefold: to promote a positive and safe learning environment, to spark learner enthusiasm for learning, and to provide a strong foundation for lifelong learning. As a teacher with years of experience, my message would be to deepen change, stretch, and develop a compelling vision. Clarity of that vision will help both you and your students to establish clear goals.
Hi, my name is Shamika McDowell, and I'm a teacher at Bishopville Primary Annex. And my philosophy is that all students can learn. And I believe that because I use students in my classroom, and it gives my students the opportunity to do things a different way. I think my greatest accomplishment is I go back to my first year teaching. I had this student who everybody said was a problem student. You know, everybody say that your first year teaching is always going to be your worst year teaching, but I always said my first year teacher was my best year. And I had the parent come to me probably a couple of years ago, and she said that this student still has this card that I gave her sitting in the living room, and that just, melt my heart, because she still cherished that card that I gave her from first year me teaching her first year. And she has already graduated college, and till this day, she still gives me shout outs every time she sees me about how I made a difference in her life. So I think that's my greatest accomplishment. Try something different. Try something different. Each year, don't do the same thing. Each year you have to do something different, because you have a different set of students, so you can't go in each year doing the same thing. You have to know your students. You have to get to know your students, and you just can't go in every year doing the same thing.
My name is Cheryl Seward, and I'm a kindergarten teacher at Wesley Elementary. My educational philosophy is that every child can learn. Not at the same rate and not the same way, but every child can learn. And the looks on the faces of parents when the year is over, in the beginning, they look at me like I'm crazy, like I'm giving their children too much to do, but at the end, they come back and they thank me and they appreciate all that I've done. And that makes me really feel good. My message to other teachers is, you make the difference. You make the difference. Don't think about the money. It's not about the pay. It's about your compassion, your concern, and your care. And children know when you care. So you make the difference. So do everything and anything you can in your power to help that child succeed. And also, teachers build relationships. We need to build relationships with our students as well as our parents, because it's about relationships and we need to work together. So remember that we make a difference.
Hello, my name is James Price. I am a 6th grade math teacher at Lee Central Middle School. My philosophy is that all students can learn under any situation and any environment, given the proper tools to succeed. My greatest accomplishment as a teacher has just been seeing all of my students succeed in math and in all areas of concentration. To get them from a starting point and to see where they end up has been very fulfilling. My words of encouragement will be very simple. It's not about your ability, it's not about your inability, but it's more about your availability. Being available to your students, being available to your staff and coworkers, and being available to Lee County School District.